enough from me. Let me now hand over to Stephen, and Stephen Hofer, who, as you see, is a gemologist and author of Collecting and Classifying Colored Diamonds. Stephen, over to you.
Well, good afternoon. It's wonderful to be here in London. I would first like to thank our host and our sponsor, Pastor Geneve and Seven Investments, for inviting me to speak to their clients. Now, since we do not have a lot of time today, I'm going to present several subjects dealing with colored diamonds rather quickly, in 35 minutes or so. Now, my purpose here is merely to introduce you to the main concepts involved in the area of colored diamonds. Now, today I'm going to first speak a little bit about their history. I'm going to talk a little bit about their rarity. And I'm also going to discuss something called face-up color. And I'm also going to tie this in with something called color grades. And I'm going to also emphasize how small differences in color can equal large differences in value and price. Now, as you develop your knowledge as a collector and investor of rare colored diamonds, you can apply some of these ideas that I'm going to be presenting here today. Now, usually when I speak to a group about colored diamonds, I'm usually speaking to a group of diamond scientists or gemologists or jewelers or sometimes jewelry appraisers. In other words, usually members of the diamond industry who are very eager to learn more about the details or the scientific details of such things as what causes the various colors in diamonds, or they want to learn something about how to describe the color in their diamond, or in many cases they want to know how to establish the color grade of their stone. Or many times I'll speak with cutters, because a diamond cutter is keen to learn how he can better polish a diamond in order to bring out the best color in the face-up direction. Now, while these are all very interesting questions, I very rarely get a chance to speak to a group of private individuals such as yourselves regarding the general subject of colored diamonds, namely their exquisite beauty, their extreme rarity, and their eventual use in jewelry, or in this case, as a strategic investment within your financial portfolio. Therefore, I'm very excited to be here today in front of this enthusiastic audience, people who have expressed an interest in learning more about these extremely rare and exceedingly valuable items known as colored diamonds. Now, what I want to do today in this next 35-minute talk is to provide you with some general background information so that you can feel confident and knowledgeable about this subject, and also to understand what is available in the marketplace. Now, when we are finished, you should have a very clear idea of some of the many different colors that diamonds occur in. And along the way, during this discussion, I'm going to describe diamonds using common color names, such as apple green and cognac brown and pumpkin orange. And I'm also going to discuss how colored diamonds are described using color grades, such as fancy deep pink or fancy intense yellow or many others. And I'm also going to discuss the role, the very important role of color measurement, and how it allows us to describe more accurately and ultimately helps one to decide which colors are rarer and which colors are more valuable as potential investments. Now, we're also going to discuss factors that make colored diamonds valuable, such as rarity and face-up color. Now, rarity refers to the actual infrequency of nature's ability to manufacture diamonds of certain colors deep in the earth. So in other words, the more rare the diamond is, the more valuable it is. Now, face-up color refers to the color that a person would see when the diamond is held in the normal position, as if it was mounted in a piece of jewelry. The face-up color is important to value because the stronger the face-up color, the more beautiful the face-up color, hence the more valuable the stone. Well, this concludes my opening remarks. Now let's take a look at some colored slides that I have prepared. Now, what do most people know about diamonds? Well, first of all, we know that diamonds are relatively small. They're essentially colorless, transparent crystals that can be polished into a variety of different shapes. We also know that they are given to your spouse as a token of love, as an engagement ring. We also know that jewelers grade them according to something called the 4 C's. This refers to the cut, the color, the clarity, and the carat weight. We also know from our high school science that diamonds are essentially made up of carbon atoms that are squeezed together in a very tight arrangement due to the extreme temperatures and pressure conditions deep in the earth. Now, we also know that diamonds can be extremely expensive and very large in size. This stone that you see on the screen weighs 101 carats. That's about the size of a golf ball. Now, this stone is absolutely colorless, and it is absolutely flawless. This gem that you see was sold at public auction in 1995 at Sotheby's for US $6.5 million. Now, that's equivalent to $65,000 per carat for one of the finest quality and largest colorless diamonds in the world. Now, outside of collectors and investors, such as yourselves, most people are surprised to know that colored diamonds even exist. Colored diamonds, despite their relatively small size, are many times more valuable than their colorless cousins on account of their extreme rarity. For example, here is a photo of a fancy red diamond that weighs just under 2 carats. Now, this stone recently sold at public auction at Phillips in the year 2001 for $1.65 million US. That is equivalent to $860,000 per carat. Therefore, fancy color diamonds are many, many, many times more valuable than colorless diamonds when you compare them on a per carat basis. Now, as a novice investor, your first question might be, where do I begin the process of understanding the total realm of color in diamonds? And how can one begin to understand which colors are worth more in the marketplace? Well, for the layperson who only sees an occasional colored diamond, there seems to be so many unusual colors in which these natural diamonds occur. And to compound matters, everyone has their own opinion as to what color they see, and opinions differ as to which color is the best value in terms of its investment potential. With colored diamonds, however, these gems are so very rare, and they occur in such a wide variety of colors that it is nearly impossible for even the most experienced collector to begin to know all the colors that diamonds occur in. There are just too many. And they exhibit very subtle color differences, which may not be obvious to the inexperienced observer. However, these subtle color differences can represent large differences in value. For example, here we are looking at 3 natural orange diamonds. These are often referred to with the common names such as amber orange or cantaloupe orange, referring to the color of the melon. Now, the pear shape on the left was graded as a vivid yellow orange, meaning it's an orange diamond with a large amount of yellow mixed in. The emerald cut in the center was graded as a vivid orange, meaning it's close to a pure orange. And the oval stone on the right was graded as a vivid yellowish orange, meaning it's got a little bit of yellow in it. Now, even though the pear shape and the oval are stronger in color, in other words, they have more saturation of color, it's the stone in the middle that's much rarer. And that's worth a lot more because it is closer to a pure orange hue, and pure orange is very rare in a natural colored diamond. Now, here is a different group of orange diamonds that all have subtle color differences in their apparent, or what we call their face-up color. These are often referred to as autumn orange or marigold orange, referring to the color of the marigold flower. Now, which of these 4 orange diamonds is the rarest? And which of these stones has the best face-up color? And hence, which of these stones is worth the most? Well, the answer to those questions has to do with, first, understanding the inherent body color. Now, the inherent body color is the basic unit of color that nature has instilled in every rough colored diamond. Therefore, certain colors are more rare than others, based on the unique geological conditions that occurred during formation in the earth. And this involves such things as impurity atoms, directional stress, heat, pressure, and even natural radiation, which all can occur in combination with each other. For example, the vivid orangish yellow that you see here, meaning it's yellow with a little tinge of orange,